Imagine looking up and seeing the sky filled with buzzing drones, some delivering packages, others conducting surveillance, and maybe a few with intentions we don't even want to imagine. People in New York and New Jersey are getting a taste of that, and they aren't liking it. What has been more frustrating for residents is that authorities either don't know what is going on, don't care what is going on, know what's going on and just won't talk about it, or are the ones who are behind the drone flights themselves. The FAA is finally responding by putting up drone temporary flight restrictions over New York and New Jersey. This is kind of a big deal since a temporary flight restriction is meant to close down civilian air traffic for safety or security reasons. The reasons are spelled out in the regulations. Here are some quick examples. TFRs can be issued for safety, to protect people and property on the ground and to ensure the safety of air operations. For national security, to safeguard national security during emergencies, hazardous situations, or specific events. For natural disasters, to protect against natural disasters like hurricanes and wildfires. During major sporting events, to restrict aircraft from flying over crowds. During VIP movements, to restrict aircraft operations such as when the president or vice president travel. During air shows, to restrict stray aircraft from interfering during aerial displays. Volcanic eruptions, to restrict aircraft operations during those volcanic eruptions. Not even one of these reasons sounds close to something like to restrict drone operations because there is increased aircraft activity and people are posting videos on TikTok. So far, the FAA has put in place a total of 125 security TFRs in New Jersey and New York airspace. To put that into perspective, when I counted those TFRs, there were only 54 TFRs over the rest of the entire country. So here's the ranking. New York has 68 TFRs. New Jersey has 57 TFRs. Everybody else combined has 54 TFRs, including 37 states that don't have a single TFR between them. Drone flying in New Jersey and New York TFR areas now require special FAA permission, and the penalties for breaking the rules are severe. Operators face civil fines of up to $1,000 per violation, possible criminal charges, and the suspension or revocation of their pilot certificates. And here's the interesting part to me. If a drone poses an imminent security threat, officials are authorized to use deadly force. I mean, what does that even mean? Do they shoot down a drone? In which case, deadly force seems like the wrong term since you can't really kill an inanimate object. Or do they shoot down the drone pilot? That seems a little draconian, but the operator is the only one who could truly be made dead. Either way, this reflects just how seriously the FAA and law enforcement are treating drone threats, whether they're accidental or malicious. But let's think beyond these immediate restrictions. This is a glimpse into what the future might hold if companies like Amazon, grocery stores, and fast food chains get the green light for beyond line-of-sight drone operations. Imagine not just a few drones overhead, but potentially hundreds or even thousands delivering everything from your dinner to your holiday shopping. Does the idea of skies filled with delivery drones sound convenient or chaotic? Because if a handful of drones are already a nuisance, how will people react to 20 or 30 times the activity? And here's a bigger question. How do we address the risk of bad actors? Even if 99 out of 100 drones are just doing their job, what about that one rogue drone? Could it be casing homes for robberies, violating personal privacy, or worse, carrying a dangerous payload? In a cluttered sky, it becomes harder to detect threats. And as they are finding out in Russia and Ukraine, drones could be a very deadly business. And let's not forget public trust. People aren't just worried about noisy skies, they're skeptical about what drones represent. Are they a convenience or an invasion of privacy? How much noise, risk, and privacy violations are people willing to endure in order to get a Taco Bell Chalupa Supreme delivered to their front yard? Anyway, there is someone who belongs in the sky, and that is you. And if you're interested in powered parachute flight instruction in either the Midwest or in Florida, please visit the link to easyflight.com in the description. Flight instruction is the very best way to get introduced to piloting, and I'm working constantly to make it easier and better for you. And if you got some value from this video, please remember to grace me with a like. Thanks so much for watching, and blue skies.